Hi everyone. Well, how do I start off? Well, you all know who I am. Well, if not, then news Topanga. I decided to express myself like I did that one video. Today I realized when I was hanging out with one of my really good friends, Richie, we were going for a bike ride and we stopped and we laid down on the grass and just looked at the stars and talked for a while. I realize things sometimes. And each one of the bright stars represents someone who's real. Who's a real person, who can express himself without caring what people think. And one of the ones that are just slightly less bright is someone who's almost there. Someone who's a little more scared to really show who they are, but they're almost there. I can't say I'm one of the bright stars at all times, but I honestly believe that sometimes I really am. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. And I was realizing that there's so many ways to describe life. There's that one where life is like an empty road, and that's a never-ending road. And if you're at a dead end, you choose to stay instead of turn around and start again, go into a different road. And there's all these different turns, and then there's this one area that's your real self, but you can't stay there. You always got to experiment by going to different paths and roads. So that's one way. Another way could be like a job. If you don't believe in God, I'm sorry. I just personally do. It's like God is our manager, okay? We're all working. We're the manager. When we're a new employee, he babies us until we learn how to really do our job correctly. And we're always going to have our ups and downs. We're going to mess up on the job. We're going to do really good on the job. We're going to end up having to take days off from the job because we're sick. And then one day, when it's the right time, we're going to retire. And that's when we all die. Everybody has to die. No one lives forever. And then there's the people that quit. That are kind of like suicidal. Or just give up, At the point where they're just homeless, and instead of spending their money on food and trying to make their way back up to regular living again and getting their job back, they're buying drugs and alcohol. I mean, I'm not saying it's horrible to do that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just when you get to that point when your home is gone, you have nothing left, not even family, and you're just by yourself and you're sleeping on the streets, and you've completely gone insane because you can't think anymore because you just quit. You never get fired. You never get fired. No matter how many mistakes you make. You could kill someone, you're still not fired. You're still in the job. You're just going through a tough time at the job. It's like being suspended from the job. Or being in trouble with the manager. And there's the competitor. It's down there. I personally am not a big devil believer. But if you are to believe in the devil, I mean, he could be the other work competitor. But he doesn't have any employees. Except for demons and all that bad stuff. I mean, the point is like, no one is completely bad. They choose the path that they do because they feel like that's their only way out. There's never a way out. There really isn't. Killing yourself isn't a way out either. Living your life to the fullest is your way out. So then when you die, You remember yourself as something that's you were worth living for. It wasn't a mistake. You were put on the planet for a reason. You were made the way you were for a reason. You were all independent people. If you're a bitch or a slut, you still can be the most amazing person in the world. Like a prostitute. They're letting that happen to themselves. They're selling themselves because they think they're not worth anything anymore. When they could be such a down-to-earth person, they decide to be bitchy because they think it's the best thing that they can do to themselves to make anything worth living for. And give them their bodies away and not think about why they're made. And then there's people that are really mean to other people, like bullies. I mean, I can't say I haven't been mean to somebody before, but I mean like those people that are constantly mean to people, like homophobics, or I don't know. But they constantly hurt people's feelings because they think it's their way of helping themselves. There's always something real inside of a person. If we all really understood that, we could all be not normal, because there is no normal. There's absolutely no normal. There's no one that will look exactly like me, will have the exact same mind as me, the exact same heart, exact same everything. No one. I'm me, and no one else is like me. It goes the same for everyone. Even if you have a twin, you don't have the same minds, you don't have all the same looks. It doesn't matter. I know this video is becoming really long. I'm just saying. You gotta make the best of life. And realize, I mean, this isn't gonna change lives or anything. But I mean, like, I'm not always real, but I'm happy to be who I am, and I like being real. I like not having to say I'm something that I'm honestly not. And that's why God made us. For science. Whatever you believe in. Alright, well, just want to say, this is a Peter Pan quote, because obviously I'm obsessed with Peter Pan. To live would be an awfully big adventure, but to die would be an awfully big adventure. These two things are really huge. Seems like dying would be like that, but it's a lot of work.